Imagine waking up one day to find your intellect mysteriously diminished. The culprit? A stealthy brain thief. In the shadowy corners of a nation known as the United States of Ramareca, a peculiar thief has been on the prowl for centuries. This isn't your average pickpocket, oh no. This thief doesn't desire your gold or jewels, but something far more precious, your brain. Every day, he stealthily pilfers the minds of 20 unsuspecting citizens, leaving them a shell of their former selves. As time marches on, the cumulative effect of his thievery begins to show. The once vibrant nation starts electing leaders who lack understanding, leaders who propagate false values that defy logic and reason. The people, stripped of their intellect, blindly follow, unable to discern the truth. With each passing day, the nation grew dimmer, its people more confused. The brain thief's reign of terror, it seems, has only just begun. The brain thief's actions kick-started a domino effect of confusion and chaos. Imagine a society where the average citizen's cognitive prowess is consistently and systematically drained. This was the reality for the United States of Ramareca, a once thriving nation that fell into disarray after centuries of the brain thief's relentless plundering. As the brain thief's daily haul increased, the societal effects became increasingly apparent. The citizens of Ramareca, once known for their intellectual achievements and critical thinking abilities, began to grapple with the most basic concepts. The simple understanding of human gender, a concept that is fundamental to human identity and societal interactions, turned into a source of great confusion. It's not that the concept of gender evolved or changed. Rather, without their brains, people could no longer grasp it. And, as one might expect, this confusion didn't stop at gender. It permeated every facet of life in Ramareca. The brain, after all, isn't just responsible for understanding concepts. It's the engine that powers our ability to reason, to make sound decisions, to differentiate right from wrong. It's the epicenter of our consciousness, our moral compass, and our ability to empathize with others. So, as the brain thief continued his century-long spree, the United States of Ramareca began to crumble. The citizens, stripped of their cognitive abilities, elected leaders who were equally brainless. These leaders propagated values that were baseless, and policies that were devoid of logic and reason. The very fabric of the society unraveled, as the nation spiraled into a dystopian reality where the absence of intellect reigned supreme. And so, the once vibrant United States of Ramareca, a nation that was once a beacon of intellectual prowess and innovation, fell. It fell not to an external enemy, but to the relentless onslaught of the brain thief. The thief who, with each stolen brain, chipped away at the nation's collective intelligence until there was nothing left. Without the power of the brain, the mighty United States of Ramareca crumbled into oblivion. In the eerie silence of the fallen nation, the brain thief finally speaks. He stands alone, amidst the ruins of what was once the vibrant United States of Ramareca. With a sigh of regret, he begins to unravel his tale, a century-long saga of brain theft. He speaks of his daily routine, stealing an average of 20 brains, leaving his victims in a state of mindless confusion. He paints a vivid picture of the descent of a nation, its people losing the ability to comprehend basic concepts, its leaders misguided, promoting values that were mere illusions. But the brain thief's tale takes a somber turn. He confesses to the havoc he's wreaked, the society he's crumbled. It's a painful admission of guilt, a realization of the catastrophic consequences of his actions. He underscores the significance of the brain not just as an organ but as the seat of intellect, the compass guiding us through life's labyrinth. In his own words, a brain is not merely to be had, but to be used. It is the beacon of reason in the fog of confusion. Neglect it, and you lose your way. In the wake of the brain thief's confession, a question remains. What became of the once flourishing country, the Unitated States of Ramareca? As the brain thief continued his centuries-old spree, stealing an average of 20 brains daily, the nation spiraled into a realm of ignorance and confusion. The citizens, stripped of their cognitive abilities, began to lose grasp on basic concepts, even something as simple as human gender. A once thriving society was reduced to a shell of its former glory, its foundations crumbling under the weight of its own stupidity. The country eventually collapsed, a testament to the devastating power of ignorance. A stark reminder that our brains, the very essence of our being, are not to be taken for granted. So, as we navigate through our own lives, let's remember the tale of the brain thief and the fallen Unitated states of Ramareca. How will you use your brain today?